If you're watching this review in order to find out whether you should buy Beat Saber or not, I can save a few minutes of your precious time that you could spend on playing Beat Saber instead. Yes, you should absolutely get the game as soon as possible. Beat Saber is not only as good as the mixed reality teaser videos made it look like, it is even better. Gameplay. As so often with addictive games of this caliber, core gameplay is shockingly simple but implemented close to perfection. You wield two lightsabers, a blue and a red one, and you must slice blocks that fly towards you, matching the rhythm of the pumping soundtrack. To spice things up, the blocks come in blue and red varieties, so you have to use the matching lightsaber to slash through them. Also, there are arrows on the blocks that indicate from which direction you have to destroy them, while those with a circle may be sliced up from any direction. These gameplay mechanics without a doubt add a level of complexity that makes Beat Saber one of those games that are easy to pick up but hard to master, especially on the higher difficulty levels. Now, even though the core gameplay is already quite the workout, the developers thought, why not add some obstacles into the mix that have you dodge right and left and even make you crouch while still having to engage in heavy swordplay. Yes, Beat Saber is going to make you move, and overall this game is going to burn millions of VR gamer calories. The main goal of the player is to get through the whole song with as few mistakes as possible. Missing a few blocks or slashing the wrong ones a couple of times will be tolerated, but you need to get back into the flow soon or you must try the song again from the beginning. Streaks of perfect slashes will be counted as combos, and in order to reach the perfect score, you will need to flawlessly slash all of the blocks without touching any of the obstacles. Touching an obstacle, missing or slashing the wrong block will set your combo counter back to 0 and will make it impossible for you to get the perfect score. Yes, this is one of those let's just try it one more time type of games that have you hunt your friends or the global high scores. Wave your real life goodbye. It's time to beat that level with a perfect score. Next to the standard game mode, you can also go for the no arrows or the one saber mode. As the names imply, in the no arrows mode, you can simply go full brute force and slash through the blocks from any direction as you see fit. In the one saber mode, you can try your skills on a selection of songs that have been optimized for one-handed gameplay only. Party mode lets you swap the headset with friends and keep track of high scores achieved by the attending players. At the moment, there is no multiplayer mode that would allow you to face off online or locally against someone else in a concurrent match though. Soundtrack. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I stepping in, I get a couple weapons, yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I stepping in, I get a couple weapons, yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm rapping. The songs are the bread and butter of any rhythm game. And I'm glad to say that Beat Saber doesn't only nail the core gameplay, it also comes with a fantastic soundtrack to make that gameplay shine. At launch, the game comes with 10 original songs that have been composed just for Beat Saber. The developers have expertly crafted the core gameplay around these songs. The slashing and slicing does not only occur to the rhythm of the beats, it truly matches each composition to a degree that makes you feel that you are actually playing the song with your lightsabers. Each time you successfully destroy a block, the resulting sound will become part of the sound experience. And that satisfying sound will miss if you fail to slash the block as requested, just as if you would miss a note while playing an instrument. All of the 10 songs are electronic compositions that truly pack a punch and will not only have you slashing those blocks, but will make you want to move to the beat. The production value of these songs is surprisingly high, and it feels like that some of them would even have chart potential. Legend, for example, sounds like it could be a Kanye West song, and Level Insane sounds like right off the Rammstein playbook. As you can tell, even though all the songs would fall under the electronic music umbrella, there's still lots of variety to be found in these 10 songs, and each of them is a joy to slash blocks to. In this early access version of the game, there is no way of importing your own songs or making your own custom levels though. Probably this is something that we can look forward to in the future. Presentation. Beat Saber looks great. The game feels polished in every single aspect, and presentation for sure is no exception here. The lightsabers just look and feel right. They would even create sparks, and the controllers rumble satisfyingly so when the two light blades collide. The boxes that flow towards you, while simple in design, also fit very well into the overall futuristic look of the game. And it is the small details that make the difference. For example, when a blue and a red box would change their positions while flying towards the player. This happens to signal that the upcoming blocks do not arrive on their normal position, because in general the blue boxes fly in on the right side while the red ones come in on the left. Of course, the game with its simple gameplay mechanics does not lend itself to breathtaking vistas as for example Skyrim does. But overall, the simple futuristic environments that are drenched in dark blue and red tones just fit so well into the overall atmosphere of Beat Saber. The only complaint that I personally have is that the lightsabers do not make the humming sound that we are accustomed to from the Star Wars universe. But well, perhaps we would get that with an update in the future as well. I'd surely hope for that. Immersion. What does immersion actually mean? It means that you are completely sucked into the virtual worlds as an active part of it. That you completely forget that you're actually playing a game and that you're wearing a VR headset in the real world. When we did not have VR yet, even some 2D games managed to completely suck us in and make us feel that we're somebody else. The Guitar Hero games made us feel like rock stars, even though we were obviously only holding a plastic guitar in our hands. Still, these games put us in a state of flow, where we totally forgot about everything else and were simply so deep within the gameplay that our bodies would nearly automatically perform the tasks that the gameplay required from us. It's when games put me in this state of flow that the feeling of immersion is the highest for me, and Beat Saber manages to put me into that state like seldom a game before it could. Slicing up the blocks from the right direction after a while simply becomes second nature without even having to consciously think about it. The game does not make you feel like a rock star, it makes you feel like a badass Jedi instead. If you want to forget about reality for a while, Beat Saber is your perfect escape. Final thoughts. Beat Saber is a fantastic game that belongs into every VR gamer's library. It combines polished gameplay mechanics with an electrifying soundtrack that you can't help but want to move your body and slash blocks to. The game will give you a really good challenge as well, and competing for high scores will make you want to try it just one more time. Without a doubt, with Beat Saber, a new contender for best rhythm game enters the arena. Its easy to pick up but hard to master formula will draw you in immediately, and I would not be surprised if the game manages to convince quite a few people to go and buy their first VR headset. It still lacks concurrent multiplayer modes and the ability to import your own songs for the perfect review score, but for an early access game with a bright future and a $20 price tag, this is a game you cannot miss. This review was brought to you by me, Sebastian Ang. If you want to know more about Beat Saber and VR in general, then subscribe to this channel, subscribe to MRTV, and make sure to click on the bell button as well so don't miss anything. I'm looking forward to see you in the next video.